one of the most essential elements to life is connection. Connection is vital to life and to living, which then automatically suggests that disconnection is almost equal to, or it is equal to, then death. So connection is essential for life. Disconnection obviously results in death. So in the Torah, one of the very first principles that we see in creation is that Yah, as our creator, and as he creates the Shamayim and the Haaretz, the earth, or Haaretz, the earth and heaven, is that after we see the light and the darkness separated, and then we see the dry earth and the seas separated, and then we see the atmosphere and the waters of the atmosphere separated, the waters above, the atmosphere we are, and the waters beneath. Then Yah begins to create what we call certain life forms, or organic life, I guess. So when the land appears, then he makes the grasses, and he makes the bushes and the trees, and they are connected to the dry land. And then in the atmosphere that he created, the air, he then created the birds, so that the birds are now in the atmosphere that he has created. And then, just generally speaking, if you look into the water, so you have fish, and you have the whales and all the other kind of aquatic life. So you are able to look at that and realize a very deep principle in Torah, and that is, for anything to stay alive, it has to be connected to, it has to stay connected to its source, where Yah made it. So let's just go back to the plants. So let's say the grass. It'd be beautiful green grass, or bushes, or flowers even. The moment you disconnect a blade of grass, a stem from a flower or a tree, from the earth that it was created to be connected to, it dies, or at least the process of death begins. And so immediately, once it's disconnected, then you could do the same. You could say the same thing with, say, like birds. If you some kind of way take a bird in the sky and say, I'm gonna take this bird, I'm gonna disconnect it from the atmosphere, or the wind, or the air, and you put that bird underwater, it won't be long before that particular bird is gonna die, because you disconnected it to its environment that Yah set it up to live in. And likewise, if you take a fish out of the water and disconnect it, put him up in a nest on a tree, you're gonna get an unhappy fish. It won't be long, and that fish will also die. Now, here's the Torah wisdom. When Yah got ready to make Adam, he says, to creation, let us make man in our image and in our likeness. And so when you see man, he is a combination of not only that which is earthy, which is like the ground and air and the soil and all that, and the minerals and everything that we are as a physical body, but there's something different about man. Man is created to be in connection with Yah. He is our atmosphere. Even the pagan and the heathen said, in him we live, and in him we move, and in him we have our being. Okay, so what then causes the death of man is when he is disconnected from Yah. Now, I want to bring this to Israel because mankind, in a sense, well, actually, did disconnect from Yah. And as a result, death reigned. And so when you look at humanity, we're not looking at a humanity today that is living. We are looking really at a humanity and a human race that everybody will tell you is dying. So what was Yah's solution? It was the nation of Israel. The nation of Israel was chosen to be connected to Yah in covenant, in an everlasting covenant with Yah. In other words, even if all other humanity decides to disconnect from Yah and go their own way, the nation of Israel was called to stay connected to Yah, because that would be the life source of all humanity. It would be the salvation of the world, is that there would be one nation that goes into a covenant with Yah, that they might live, and anyone outside of Israel, if they want to live, they could also come and connect with Israel and thus become part of the covenant and be in connection with Yah. So how tragic is it if after, say, like, if history is true and we believe that 70 AD there was a terrible thing that happened to the Holy Land. It was destroyed and ruined by unrighteous and ungodly people, if you want to use that kind of a term. And Israel, the last bit of the life source that was connected to Yah by covenant, was scattered. And as we got scattered, the further we scattered, the farther we got away from our life source. And then, of course, people ask the question about how we got into the land of our captivity when it was through a slave trade. It was terrible. I don't want to get into that now, but even more so than being disconnected from our holy land is that there was a disconnection from our Creator, from our covenant. And we wonder why no matter what we do, we gotta help the Negroes, we gotta help the people who struggle, we gotta help these, no matter what we do, how come it never works? Because our life source is the Torah. Our life source is Yah. Our life source is being connected with Him through the covenant, an everlasting covenant. And no matter what you do, when we disconnect from that covenant, you will see us, and I've been listening to this term and I don't like it, but you will see us turn black. We turn death. We turn into slave. So you go from prince and life into a death situation. So in this meditation, I want you to meditate on how we are as a nation able now to reconnect with our life source. And by reconnecting to the source and the atmosphere he put us in, which is a covenant, we will see, watch this, we'll get a chance to see resurrection, revitalization of an entire, not only entire quote unquote race or family of people, the Israelites, but it also will bring hope. It also brings hope to the rest of the world. You are the light of the world. So I just wanted to have you think about that. Let's stay connected to our life source. Yeah.